How are y'all doing? Good morning. Welcome on our weekly show. Sorry we couldn't make it last week. Had to take care of some stuff with the law firm, of course. Here to answer any questions you may have and apologize for delay. Sometimes we just have to get some stuff done with the law firm, and unfortunately, I might need to get a co-host so we can stay on track. So, here to answer any questions. I know y'all are always wondering what's going on, who are essential workers, what's going on with immigration forum. Every couple of weeks there's going to be a group of people that are encouraging immigration reform. So stay tuned all the way to the end. Friends, welcome to Green Card Guys TV. I'm your host, John Ting. I'm here to answer any questions you may have. We're here to solve your immigration problem, at least point you in the right direction. Everyone has a different financial budget, so we completely understand. Now, stay tuned all the way to the end of the show because we'll share our secret code so you can access our free 15-minute preliminary consultation. Now, keep in mind, just because we do offer free consultation does not mean we have them available all the time. We have limited spots for them, okay? Let's see. I'm trying to go live on both Facebook. All right, so looks like I changed my password, so I need to reconnect. Well, hey, exclusive show for y'all on YouTube. So let's see here. I think we have a couple comments. Hey, how y'all doing? I recognize y'all's names. What's going on, Eugene? Robin, good morning. Good morning to you. Love. When you take the small picture for the embassy, do you have to wear a suit? No, fortunately, there's no requirement for that to wear a suit when you take a picture. But they're very specific about the picture, actually. So that's a great question. They do require that it's 2 inch by 2 inches and that you have a white background. Now, if you don't have access to get a picture printed at like a office somewhere abroad, in America, be for example like CVS or Walgreens or local pharmacy or even Walmart, you could take it. But you know what? We actually print them for our clients. I know, Love. I think your case or your loved one is abroad. I think Brazil. I have crazy memory, but anyway, I hope all is well with your application. But what's it called? If you don't have access to those local pharmacies or stores, I know on the iPhone there's an app. Okay, so here's a hack. Here's a tip: is that you can download an app called you just start typing a passport photo or something like that, and you can take a picture of yourself. Of course, again, make sure you have a background that's white. If you don't have to wear a dress suit or anything, but maybe a polo, I suppose. Nothing. I mean, they don't have a requirement on what you wear, but just easy so they can identify that you are who you say you are. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Yes, for the visa interview, exactly. And then anyway, when we take it off, take a picture. Oh well, we got a lot more comments. Great, happy to answer your question. Let's see. Before I get started, Eugene. But I was going to finish up on the passport photo, and what we do is we just print on color or photo paper in our printer, okay? Let me cut it cleanly. Okay, let me go back to some of the other questions. I did want to share some news, but we do have some questions, so I'll go ahead and answer that. Okay, Robin, for your U visa pending here in the United States, can your wife apply for F1 or any other visitor visa? Well, does it make a difference in her U visa derivative application if she got rejected in those applications? Well, I hope she didn't get rejected for a derivative application. I don't see how they can make a decision that quickly if they haven't made a decision on yours. Well, she can apply for your spouse can apply for F1, any other application, as long as she hasn't what we call like accrued unlawful presence. And if there is unlawful presence, some people call it out of status, no status, then that means you would need to see if you're eligible for a waiver. So most people talk about like the 601, 601A waiver, but if it's a non-immigrant application, such as F1 or a visitor visa, then it doesn't. I don't think that's your case. Your wife is here in the United States, so if she's abroad outside of U.S., that's makes it much easier. Okay, so we can definitely help you determine if you're eligible for a waiver, or your wife, I mean. So give us a call. Okay, contact number is right over here: 346-330-5888. Let's see here. Okay, I don't know if that was a question. Okay, but nice to see you. Eugene, do I think it's real that immigration reform will pass and essential workers will be included in the budget reconciliation? Thank you. Eugene, that's one of those $1 million questions that I have no power. And even if I were an elected official, I would just be one person, one little pod of all these other politicians, right? And so that's why I was going to share with y'all that there are some news articles that came out recently that there's now economists, out of all people, economists come out and saying that are urging congressional leadership to add a pathway for citizenship for undocumented immigrants, of course, into the budget reconciliation, because everyone knows that this is the best way to get immigration reform passed, as we only have 50 Senate Democrats. But we need to act soon, okay? Back when January 2021, when President Biden took over as president, thank goodness. But he has done some things positively for immigration, at least his administration, but there's still a lot of work to do. I can give you an example. This is part of our weekly news segment. The Supreme Court said that the Remain in Mexico protocol, the program, has to be rectified, to be revived and still continue, which in my opinion, I think that was an incorrect decision, but hate to put politics into it, but there are more, let's put this aside, put politics aside, there are more conservative judges, okay, in the Supreme Court. But back to Eugene's question, which I know many of you have this question: is immigration reform going to happen at all? Number one, of course, I hope it does, just like you do. It needs to happen, okay? And this is why. I mean, a group of economists, you would think that conservative elected officials would believe economists. So thank goodness they are coming out. They wrote a letter to congressional leadership saying that there needs to be bipartisan effort, okay? That, immigrants, I think it's already common knowledge, but I guess conservatives just want to believe that immigrants don't contribute to the economy of the United States. But it's very clear, immigrants buy homes. They, just like anyone else, you just go out to the store like Target, Walmart, you pay sales tax, you pay income tax. Even if you don't have a social security number, you would need to apply for an individual tax ID number. So by the way, friends, tip, if you don't have any status and you want to pay your taxes, I would hope so, then you need to apply for a tax ID number. So maybe speak with a bookkeeper. Hopefully you have a CPA in mind or accountant, and they help you point you in the right direction, okay? So let's see here. Now we got some more questions. Friends, if you are watching us for the first time, please subscribe down below and smash the like button. That lets us know that you enjoy our content. We try to speed along and share appropriate information in an appropriate, timely manner, because I know you don't have 30 minutes to watch our show. I can see that in the stats. Let's see here. I see some phone numbers. Okay, someone's asking for my telephone number. Well, I don't know who you are because I can't read your name, but our phone number's up top here, or you can find it in the description box down below. If you need us to review your information and you've scheduled an appointment. By the way, friends, we have a new website. We launched a new website a couple weeks ago. I meant to share that earlier. So it's much easier to share your information. I know it's probably not possible to share exactly 100% information, but go to our website, greencardguys.com, click on Contact Us on the top right side. Step number 1 is answer a few questions, and then step number 2 is schedule an appointment. It makes it much faster for our team to assist you and get you self-scheduling. So that would be, that'd be great. We do offer free 15 minutes. Secret code will be provided towards the end of the show. Stay tuned. Let's see here. So if you do have a question that if I'm not able to answer on the show, maybe because of confidentiality reasons, then please know. If I haven't answered your question, then please go to the website. Okay, greatly appreciate it. Oh yeah, a lot of comments here. Okay, so yeah, immigration form. I mean, you need to contact Eugene. Eugene and all y'all watching, appreciate it. You need to contact your elected official. You don't have to be a citizen or a resident to just contact them. As long as you live in their district, they're going to just ask. I don't believe they ask your address or anything. Of course, at that point, then you don't want to provide it, I'm sure. But you need to write a letter. We do have sample letters available. We have, first of all, you need to contact us, okay, or text us, give us your email, and we're happy to provide that. Okay, now we'll send it right over. But in the meantime, you go to our resources page on our website, greencardguys.com. We do have other links that you can click on, a government link, so you can find out who your elected official. Because I know all of y'all are waiting for a reform, but if you don't tell your elected official, then they don't think it's important. Don't assume that just because the media covers it every once in a while that everyone knows, every politician knows what's important for immigration reform. And we know that they already care about TPS holders, beneficiaries, dreamers. We know that already, but we need to continue telling them that, and also about essential workers. I know many of y'all watching my show are essential workers, and thank you so much for helping Americans and everyone during the pandemic. Now, to answer more direct questions here, let's see here. So Eugene, hopefully it helps a little bit. I mean, I can't get in the mind of some of these politicians, unfortunately. Okay, love, for your recent interview. Yeah, so I think I answered that already. 2-inch by 2-inch. Or I mean, I did answer that. Okay. Aditha, nice to see you again. Hey, John, we filed a 765 with A19 instead of C14 for U visa, yet to receive bona fide determination. Is there any way to change it now to C14? You may just have to refile the application. I'm not entirely sure if you will get rejected. There's 765. If you had provided a receipt notice, your previous receipt notice for the U visa, for the 918, then maybe they might disregard the category. But if you only sent in the 765, it's more likely they could reject it. But it doesn't hurt to send in a new 765 anyway. I mean, maybe you lost some time, but that's just something to consider. If you're very concerned, then just go ahead and send it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what that comment is. It might be from a different ethnicity, or language. So please find someone that can help you interpret or translate, because I can see that you do have a concern. Okay, let's see, Thomas. Okay, my team did mention your comment on our YouTube channel. Thank you, on one of our videos. Your background check has been pending for 4 months after interview. And I think they said, Phoenix field office. Okay. I think our team was originally assuming that your case was abroad, outside the United States. No RFE, interview was simple. Okay, you had the interview. So whether you're abroad, it sounds like you're in your case in the United States. You're here with the non-immigrant visa, probably. Phoenix field office, nightmare. Yeah, I can tell you a lot of field offices are unfortunately nightmares. I mean, just in general, the pre-pandemic, they're just not as organized. Government workers, they're burdened with a lot of cases. They need to hire more employees, that's for sure. And the pandemic has clearly exacerbated that problem, okay? And of course, with more employees, there's going to be, unfortunately, more training. So some people, unfortunately, get denied because of lack of training on the government's part with USCIS. And that's why if you're denied and you don't know if you were denied correctly or not, contact us. Go to our website, fill out the form, schedule an appointment. 2 steps, okay? You need to fill out the form, schedule an appointment. Okay, now sorry, I go on tangents a lot because I have so much to share. But back to Thomas. In this situation, it's been 4 months after the interview for a 485. If you only filed the petition, then that's the very beginning. We can't do anything. But it sounds like you've already filed the 485 as well. In that situation, then definitely you may want to consider filing a mandamus lawsuit. Okay. All right, let us know. But 4 months is getting to be a long time. But if you wait a couple months, I would just wait a couple more months, and then definitely worst case scenario, then you need to contact us. Okay, to consider filing a lawsuit. But you're welcome to contact us now if you just want to talk about it, so you learn about it more. But we do have more information about it on our website, greencardguys.com. Okay, let's see. So hopefully Thomas. Well, Thomas, had a similar background check. The reason I thought about consular processing when someone's abroad is because also not only in addition to the officers at the field office, but also consular officers at the embassy and the or consulates, they use that excuse background check all the time. We get a lot of these similar inquiries, Thomas. So again, if it's been more than 4 months for sure, then you need to contact us. Okay. Not every immigration lawyer handles mandamus cases. I know several good lawyers that handle it, but not everyone does. So we're happy to help. Oh, Haiti. Okay. Sorry, love. Not Brazil. I'm not sure why I thought that. Skull, what's going on? Good morning. You were able to submit tax returns of petitioner, but my petition is in his early 80s, not paid. Ooh, okay. I think what you mean is that he don't pay taxes because he's not working. Okay, I think that's what you mean. Your petition not violating any law. Okay, of course, I think there's a bare minimum if someone earns a certain amount of money annually, then you have to file tax returns. So of course, sounds like petitioner's retired. Okay, Skull, then you may need to consider, there's two ways around this. You know what, I need to write this down. I need to make a video about this, that when it comes to considering having a joint sponsor. So even if the petitioner has $0, that's okay. You just need, maybe that petitioner has real estate, like property assets, because property is the best situation, like like a home. It doesn't have to be a home, but land, because they can show value of that property and use that. That's the first thing I would consider before thinking about asking a friend, neighbor, stranger to be a joint sponsor, co-sponsor. So assets, your property, before thinking about your checking account, because it gets, I wouldn't say complicated, but you have to multiply. If it's based on a marriage case, you have to multiply it by the difference of the what's missing in the income for the threshold, the minimum poverty guideline, and your petitioner's income. Let's say it's 20,000 different, then you have to take 20,000 times 3 if it's a marriage case. If it's like a brother or sister sponsoring you, a non-spouse, then it's 5 times that amount. So that's why it's better. Hopefully your petitioner owns some property, and then before you file or consider having a joint sponsor is using your income. If you have a legal work permit, okay, or of course it's legal. I mean valid work permit, EAD. Then you can consider using your income. Worst case scenario, you can ask a friend, neighbor, stranger, a church member to be a joint sponsor, co-sponsor. I've even had cases where the employer or someone at their workplace becomes a joint sponsor. So, I mean, obviously someone you trust to share that you're going through this immigration process, right? And so our team would need from that joint sponsor is this most recent tax return, the most recent W-2, and at least 3 months pay stubs. Okay. And of course we prepare the form for him or her, and then they sign the form. So of course there's a lot more information that goes into that, but just want to quickly share that. Okay, Skull, can you submit joint sponsorship? Okay, I should have seen this earlier. But hopefully that information was helpful to anyone else. Yes, you can file a tax return for a joint sponsor and your petitioner's 1099. So as I said, I just shared what you need for joint sponsor evidence, not in addition to tax return, but also need to fill out the form 864. Okay. And hopefully that's helpful. Okay. I see that I need to get to a consultation soon. So let's see. Just want to answer a couple more questions. And then let's see here. Okay, just scrolling down. Okay, I do want to share about so stay tuned, okay, all the way to the end. Before I answer any more questions, I do want to share before I forget, because there's a lot to share. There's an update on visa processing for y'all that are in or have cases in Kabul or used to be in Kabul. In Afghanistan. Please know the U.S. I'm reading the U.S. The travel.state.gov website. The U.S. Embassy in Kabul has suspended operations, obviously, on August 31st. But I know many of y'all maybe know friends or colleagues who are affected by this. Okay, especially the interpreters who help the U.S. military. And thank you so much if you're one of those interpreters or a family member of those interpreters. Let's see. And you also serve the military. Thank you so much for your service. Okay. Let's see here. So it says, we will continue to assist U.S. citizens and their families in Afghanistan from Doha, Qatar. Okay. We will also continue efforts to help lawful permanent residents, immigrant visa applicants, and the many Afghans who have stood with the United States over the years, who are seeking to leave Afghanistan, including applicants for special immigrant visas, which means for those who are interpreters or were interpreters. It also says, our commitment to the people of Afghanistan is enduring, and we will continue to press for an orderly transition of power to an inclusive government, especially of women and minorities, with broad support. We use every diplomatic, economic, political, and assistance to our disposal to ensure the Taliban honors its commitment to uphold the basic rights of all Afghans and support continued humanitarian access to the country. Given what we've seen in media, I really hope so. I really hope so. If I'm a gambling person, that's going to be different. I think I'll lose all my money on that. Consular services, including visa services, remain available outside of Afghanistan. If you would like to transfer your immigrant visa or special immigrant visa case to any U.S. embassy or consulate outside Afghanistan, please submit a request here. Okay, so we'll provide, it's an embassy National Visa Center inquiry website, so we'll provide that in the description below right after the show. And of course, there's also another link about special immigrant visas for Afghans who are employed or on behalf of the U.S. government. So I'll provide that website as well, okay, in the description below. So I want to share that, okay. Also, you'll have many questions about, like, if your immigrant visa application is what tier priority. So we'll have a separate video for that on Tuesday, okay, because I know that's a concern for y'all. Now, back to answering some questions, and stay tuned for the secret code, okay. Love your passport size photo. It says in National Visa Center, do not wear a suit, wear your everyday clothes. Exactly. So it's better not to wear your suit. That's not saying, like a polo. I wear polos all the time. I prefer not to wear a suit unless I go to court, of course. Thanks, Emil. You're welcome. We'll talk to you soon, Thomas. Been in the U.S. for 5 years from E2. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking, non-immigrant visa. Okay, friends, so now I think I covered most of the questions for now. If you're watching this after the show, you're always still welcome to comment, post a question. If it gets a little more detailed, then you likely will need to schedule an appointment. Go to visit our website, greencardguys.com. If you want to schedule a free appointment for free 15 minutes, okay, no one's entitled to our free 15 minutes, by the way. We do filter the information because we need to prioritize, unfortunately, because our limitation in life is time. So, but anyways, we will get to you. So, but in the meantime, the secret code, here it is. Okay, the secret code is right here, Green Card Guys. If you call in, I should have said this earlier because we've had some calls recently. Some people have called and just quickly called us or they watched the show in the beginning and quickly called us, but didn't provide the code, it gets a little icky. You need to give us the code before you call, or have the code ready before you call in. Green card guys. Okay, friends. Thank you so much for your time. Again, we're just trying to help you point in the right direction. We weren't able to get through all the weekly news, but until next time, friends. Oh, I do want to share one more thing. We do have a Facebook group, Green Card Guys Academy. Okay, so take a look. We do. A lot of people share information, what's going on with their case, and here it is. It's scrolling through on the bottom. Join our Facebook group, Green Card Guys Academy. Okay, friends, and until next time, please continue wearing your mask.